Hey everybody, this is Steven. I could call myself the QC Game. We're back to Project Eden's Garden. So for the last one, we did some few introductions to all the students at one point. And then up to that point, there was a body. Like an actual dead body, like already. And at that point, I started thinking like, wait, already? Who is that? You're not sure who that came from exactly. Or it's not like this is like the 70th person, but nope. Not really, because the one speaker guy, which didn't you tell me the name at one point, I'm pretty sure there might be, like, the mastermind, just like has been Monokuma, right? It can't be someone else's, not Monokuma, because the voices would sound different, so I had a feeling this might be slightly different, and I had a feeling that he's the one like, who do all those killing games starts happening at one point there, because he's like a game master or whatever, so... Yeah, but this is going to be crazy at one point, and to realize it's just like, I thought for sure it was a real body, but nope, it's actually fake thanks to Eva, which I'm not sure what's gonna be the big deal exactly. And we have the purpose to check out, to investigate, like how did she died? Like how this is gonna play out, even if there will be like no culprit around here because, well, frankly, this is just still a prologue after all, it's a bit too early to say the least, so. But anyway, but before I'm about to start, there is that one interesting start I've been having from my video at one point. I've been constantly checking around a bit, and then something crazy what's caught into my eyes exactly is one of my first video of Project Eden's Garden. I mean, frankly, I don't do well for like I've got a lot of views at one point, but they're getting much comments at one point. But there's one! There was this one comment that surprised me out of nowhere. If I remember, his name was like Snowy Snowish, which actually, she was actually a voice actor of Diana. Like, oh my gosh, I was never expect this guy coming up from her. But it's like, she said we appreciate for checking out the game as much. I'm really surprised myself. I mean, I may be small bits on YouTube at one point that I never expected like anyone who's voice acting at one of those characters at one point, like, commented saying, hey, I really like your, appreciate the video you made for us, and I'm surprised I didn't expect to say this, so, Snowy Snowish, thank you for nicely comments you give it to me, even though when I haven't seen you, much to say at least a little bit, because I don't clearly much know any kind of names at all. But I really appreciate it. I really like reply back saying that like I really appreciate it. Like, hopefully any new update comes out. And then next thing you know, she replied back saying there are more preview got recently. I don't know when did that happen. Not even like last month, because last time it's like around like 4 months I think. So I don't know. But if there's something might be anything new update for chapter 1, is that going to happen to plan in the future? I have no idea, but. Thank you so much for commenting for all the appreciate it for have some positive thinking for that Snowy Snowish. I really appreciate it. You should go check him out. I mean, I don't know. You should go check her out myself. But I'm not sure there are like few people who do voice acting at one point. I really like. My favorite character is Cassandra. Not because she just became like a pro gamer at one point, not because like, she became like a Chiaki. Like, I mean, I really like her because she maybe like games a lot, so it's kind of like my thing. So imagine if there's like a voice actress who plays Cassandra commenting on that one of those videos at one point. Boy, this would be crazy enough going on here. So anyway, I think I'm not looking at here. So one thing for sure is we have an investigation. So I'm not sure this is gonna be a short bit investigation at one point, but I have a feeling, like I said, this is like still a prologue. It's still a demo. Like I have a feeling this is gonna be a short bit investigation at one point. Then after this, we're gonna have a class trials of all, just like same thing on Danganronpa. Which, frankly, we didn't have it like do something class trial during prologue. It's really strange, but we'll just have to see how this is gonna play out for this. What lies up ahead or something. And we're starting the investigation right now, and we start out the dead corpses. I mean, it all starts out like when you start investigation, I usually check the bodies. But one thing, why it was here? Because the last time we left, there are no bodies at one point, or the door was locked. And then this happens. Like, how did it appear nowhere? Or how are they able to set the whole thing up there? So this is really strange. Our captors gave us a lot of information about this victim. To the credit, what's written on the tablet seems accurate, but should expect the body just in case. Damn it, just a doll, Damon. Stop hesitating. I mean, in fact, this is like some kind of like a mock investigation or something. So just getting close to the body then. The doll was slumped against the door, her torso soaked in blood. But didn't the file say something about like 28 stab wounds? Just like one of those like reference from Detroit, which I never played Detroit myself, but they did me out of it for this saying something like slam the desk and saying something like 28 stab wounds. That's exactly what meme is going on here. So I don't know that much meme person myself, but I just like I saw something or heard about beforehand. So yeah. Parts of her shirt have been ripped open, exposing bits of bloody, indescribable pulp. I quickly took a step back, trying to control my breathing to avoid throwing up. It's just a fake body. It's just a doll. There's no reason to be afraid of a doll. But one thing for sure, how are they able to produce that doll exactly? It doesn't look realistic. Okay, we're just getting up close in the body, so we just have to go to check the bodies first. There are also lots of weapons there. Like there's a knife and there's a gun. Why there was a gun next to her? If she died of stab wounds, then what was the gun for? The girl had been stabbed repeatedly. I don't need the tablet to know that. However, her cause of death, you would think it was the stab to the heart or something, but the tablet claimed blood loss. Taking a closer look, the wounds, they didn't seem excessively deep. At least, not deep enough to pierce her heart. If she died from blood loss, what does it say about the killer? They probably could have killed her quickly if they wanted it. Did they want her to suffer a slow death? I have no idea. Damn, this is messed up. Well, there's one thing for sure. There's a bloody knife and then assault rifle. But I'm pretty sure that knife is actually the one that killed her. A bloody knife lay next to the victim. It's safe to say that this must be the murder weapon. Attention bullet. Okay. Oh yeah, one day for sure, since we get two bullets of them, I'm wondering if they're going to make another update or something like change it at one point there. But like some kind of like a level, like get some experience to get that point, so I get some skill points. Or if I get some like a mono coin or something, what any kind of currency like you can buy something with it. Or I don't know, plenty of things I want to talk about it. The initial sight of a doll shocked me so much, I completely overlooked this rifle. Inspecting it now, I realized something. If the victim was stabbed, why was the rifle near her body? Yeah, that's one thing for sure. Why there was a gun there?
Huh?
That rifle. Could you step back a bit? I'm curious about something. Why are you still curious, John?
No.
What? No, Before I could finish my sentence, John walked over to where I was and picked up the gun.
Hey.
Hey, you're messing with the crime scene! Ignoring me, he released the magazine and gun with surprising ease.
Eh?
Eh? On top of the magazine, patrolled a loaded bullet. Like it's not been used?
I see.
Huh. Interesting. Whatever hadn't been even used. Then what's the whole point in the first place? There was that blood on it, so why was the assault rifle here? Definitely a dangerous thing to have around. I'll put it down and guard it so nobody gets any smart ideas. Better than him holding it. Damn. A loaded gun. What was going on in the killer's head? Why bring the gun to the crime scene and not even use it? Unless that gun was purely for imitation? It's not very logical. It would be twisted game to play with the victim. I don't know. If the assault rifle used is not from the killer itself, or if it, I don't know how to guess. It's not because of the victim probably used that. I mean, she's a girl, but is she really capable of using an assault rifle exactly? It's impossible they used that gun. Like, it's impossible and stupid enough that she carried around the assault rifle, winding around the way it is. So like, no, you're not gonna seriously believe that she's like the ultimate assassin or something. Well, I checked the whole body. Well, I'm not sure there's all of this. So, my nerves are telling me to leave, but I'm not bound to listen. What, just doing more? What is this there? Is there something else I haven't even checked? Oh, hands? Wow, her hands were surprisingly clean, all things considered. Oh, there's a blood on her finger. Very strange. Did something just like grab it or something? There were no other marks or injuries apart from her nails. Looks like there's dry blood underneath them. Why was there blood under her nails, but not on the rest of her hand? It's not covered in blood at one point because there's too many bloods going on here. If it's covered in blood like this, they have blood on their hand, but only a fingernail. Maybe something like grab something. But I also know they have like other hand as well. So if something grab like this, maybe she been trying to grab who the culprit is. That seemed to be the only evidence. Nothing else was catching my eye. I should check the inside of the closet now. So can we go out then? You sure you want to leave? Yeah. And one thing for sure, how can we get inside? There in the closet. Okay, now we'll just have to go past through it. That's a turn to for sure, like how we get in there. I see everybody's here, gone around to the closet there. Like the rest of the building, the inside of the closet was all in dilapidated. I'm not sure I to say it. It was the last place I wanted to dig through, but I had to gather as much evidence as possible. Otherwise, I won't be able to present a strong argument. Well, that's one thing for sure. Back of the closet. I need to inspect the area around me before I think about moving to the back of the room. Okay. And there's also a clock. Or is it? It's like a timer or something? The clock above the door doesn't seem like it's work. It's not like, it's like kind of like a timer or something. But it's all zero there. Strange. And there's a bucket. I see there's a bucket there. It's a bucket. Pretty difficult thing to find inside the janitor's closet. Yeah, but the bucket is knocked down for some reason. But why is there any light there? There's nothing inside it. Except, what is the smell? It smells like bleach? Did someone use the bucket at one point then? Oh. I mean, it's not the janitor, so we'll do something with it, so... we cannot go here. There's a shelf. Anything on the shelf? The shelf was packed with assortment of towels. I briefly inspected them, lifting each towel to check for anything underneath. Maybe many I gathered this, but that was it. Nothing looked suspicious around them. Not really much going on here. Anyway, let's talk to some people there, like Wolfgang. I mean, he's a lawyer, so he probably he probably done an investigation himself at one point, I think. We must make every effort to examine the crime scene as thoroughly as possible. Not for the sake of entertaining the people who kidnap us, but for the sake of the victim. After all, this is based on a real murder, was it not? That was what the tablet said. Though I'm still skeptical about the validity of this statement. Yeah. And also just Cassidy. It's Cassidy. So, I'm trying to remember what the name is, so I was like, oh, I don't remember, so.
Check it out!
Hey, check out what's behind this door! Yeah, it's a ladder, so what's wrong with it? Saying that, she stepped away from the corner.
Right.
It's a ladder. Doesn't seem like there's anything strange about it. Well, it's brought to my attention again. Oh god. It's like one of those like, same time they're like, oh look, a ladder! Like, and most people say like, no, it's a step ladder. Well, It's like having some kind of like argument involved.
Dude, not cool.
I'm disappointed in you.
Huh?
Huh?
So hackney.
You call that a ladder? It's so obvious a step ladder. Oh god, I'm just saying that. Jinxing again, saying like, it's a ladder. But no, it's a step ladder. Oh god, I keep jinxing myself.
Seriously?
Are they practically the same thing?
Pardon me.
I integrated Miss Amber. Everyone knows an ace investigator must record his evidence as accurate as possible. Oh really? Just not beat Phoenix right there now, Wolfgang? That's something what the victim would want. Bleh, a guy that doesn't get my reference is no fun to me around. Well, a little bit true, but not a lot. I'm gonna check on the peeps outside. Smell you later, lawyer man. She's already out here. Did she even investigate anything besides that step ladder? The stupid ladder? Can I investigate it? I don't think not. I'll go to see Eva. See if she found something. There might be more clues around here. I'm going to check this entire closet for the evidence. No thanks. A person like her is probably more likely to cause a murder, not solve one. Alright, I'm fine with that. So that's everything around here. I should check out the other end of the room. Okay, so check out the end then. Back at the closet. Well, God, we're just getting close at one point there, and people were still there. Strangely, but usually you go like zooming in, but I guess not, so. Anyway, what are those guys been going on?
Golly!
These shows are really intriguing. Take a look. Some of the clean brands go as far as back as the 80s and 90s.
Eh?
You recognize them? Because I use them. Why would you do that?
How should I put it?
Oh, chemicals do a job better since there were fewer regulations about what's poisonous and all that. Just don't ask why I got them. Don't want to alert the fuss. I'm sure they don't care about her black market cleaning supplies. Yeah, sure, if you do it that way, you believe it. So, can I check the what's behind or something, or not? I guess not. Winona? Man, unexpectedly, she's only first name, then not last name, so. The security camera, it's brand new. Now that she mentioned it, it does look out of place. Oh yeah, there's the same thing from the basement. You think we would have gathered dust like the other items in here? Did the basement get cleaned or something? My company's headquarters have similar ones installed, except these cameras are even more high-tech.
Sheesh.
Typical school, spending more on security than educating their students. That assuming there's even the academy is doing. I mean, that's the whole purpose of how this camera was built in, exactly.
Gotta stay one step ahead.
I checked all the containers on the shelf. They're all full, with the exception of one. A bottle of bleach.
Huh?
Bleach? We found one of the buckets that says smells like bleach. Did some of the killer use that bottle of bleach and dump it out into the bucket? Huh. There was a bucket in this closet that reeked of it.
Makes sense.
That's probably not a coincidence, given this thing is supposed to emulate a real crime scene. It's crazy how much effort has been put into this. Can't think too much about what kind of situation we're in, or I'll never be able to handle it. Can I check the closet then? I mean, can I? Like how you do? Okay, I press enter, but there's no one able to investigate something in the back there, so I get that's all of it. I got a negative feeling I overlooked something. I should keep investigating. What else is there to look for? The camera then? Should I check the camera then? It's another surveillance camera. There's a guy on the speaker watching us through this? Just got my stomach turn. Okay, that got that fast. Yeah, I had a feel this might be a short investigation at one point. Alright everyone, that's time! Look at you all. You investigate the crime scene so well, it's enough to bring tears to my eye. Barely, to say the least. Jokes aside, please meet by the elevator for the class trial. You should find it somewhere around the Tree of Ignorance. Tree of Ignorance? Wait, are you saying that one tree that was all people there? Don't make me wait too long. I might start getting zap happy. See you soon. Class trial? What the heck does that mean? Which means there's gonna be some big stuff going on here, bitch. I really love class trials. Sounds like that's the end of investigation.
Let's see.
If we're done with this closet, we should go outside and talk to the others. As everyone's gathered outside, right? I bet it would be. Anyway, everyone is still here.
Come off the grass.
Oi! What the heck is a class trial? Your guess as good as mine.
Duh.
Obviously, we're going to court. I know about that, Cassidy. What? Court?
What?
He's going to put us on trial?
Listen to me.
Maybe that's where we'll talk about the clues we found?
Just saying.
It makes sense for our current situation. Investigation, clues, files. What else could that stuff be for?
Well put.
Good point. It does seem oddly similar to court procedures. Obviously, we're missing key suspects and witnesses, but they don't seem to be relevant to this case anyway. Because we all got here because there's no witnesses. I mean, there would be possible like to show who killed her.
Wait a minute.
I call this Diana. I also noticed, like, did it just clip through the wall at one point there? I mean, it all made a unity there at one point there. I mean, strange enough it is, but strange is just like if one of the characters branches just clipped to the wall there. So yeah. He mentioned that this elevator was near the Tree of Ignorance, right? He must be referring to the room with the tree.
Focus.
Probably. Yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. However, I don't recall seeing an elevator anywhere.
Just follow me.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get our butts over there. She kept treating this like a dumb game. If we're really going on trial, that's gonna be a nuisance to deal with. If you think about that.
Okay.
We might as well follow her. One by one, everyone left. I guess I had no choice but to go as well. Well then, let's just head out then. It is Tree of Ignorance, they said. Hey, where's Toshiko? What is she doing here, standing out there all alone there? I know that this is like she was already nervous at one point. How do you make me so stoic at a time like this? Aren't you worried at all?
It's simple.
No, not really. It's not like we're investigating some high-stake murder. It's just a dummy, that's it. Yes, quite. I completely concurred. You still sound really nervous, like, are you okay, miss? She's obviously faking it. But even looking at her face, I can tell she's sweating bullets. Yeah, she just stay here like this. I'm not sure why she was just staying outside for a bit. Strangely, but okay. Maybe it might be not intentional. Well, here he is. When I arrived at the tree, I saw that people were already bickering.
Check it out.
A big tree in Scarlet Academy? Overused religious symbolism is tight. I really hope we get that out after this.
Oi, you.
Can you confirm, liar chick? Why are you asking her?
Come off the grass.
Come off the grass. She's clearly faking her talent. Why are you saying that, Grace? I know that they say even calling her the ultimate liar, but maybe she doesn't have her own talent or anything.
Am I hearing you right?
And that makes her one of the bad guys. Who would want to fake their identity besides someone with a secret to hide? I bet she's the one who brought that gas bomb onto the train.
Really?
And she didn't think to bring a mask to avoid passing out or whatever.
If no one else is gonna say it.
If all of you needed was a mask to protect you, then... Hey, don't look at me! I literally pass out! When you wear a mask or a helmet, But how are you able to like get breathed in for the gas bombs start triggered? This helmet got plenty of hole in it. Or someone gets otherwise.
I've got something to say.
No, the liar chick's totally. Oh God, why would you say that, guy? That liar chick's totally sus. Why would you say something like that? It's like very old because they say something stuff like you saying on Among Us. Don't tell me, but I bet if Kai Montenegro, who voice acting it, probably play Among Us at one point. I bet not. I'm not jinxing myself, so just look at how calm she's been acting. She somehow knew the dead body was a dummy, then she poking in the face? That's not normal.
Deal with it.
I told you, it was my intuition.
Ugh.
Intuition, my A!
Hold your horses.
It's not unbelievable. My gut told me we should inspect the dome. Now look at us. We're on a mission to solve her murder.
Any clue?
Where is this elevator supposed to begin again? That's right. There's meant to be an elevator around here. But all I see is tree ignorance. Probably the tree was part of the elevator at one point. Maybe we're missing something here. Or maybe we've been playing for fools. Probably to do with this thing, right? The statue? I had a feeling it might be the statue, might be like a trigger. At the base of the tree was a marble bust, deceptively in figure in the creepy mask. There was a crack all over the mask, and one of the eyes was missing. How old must this thing be?
What you doing?
Yes, it does too, don't you?
Huh?
Huh? Oh yeah.
You alright?
What's up with the statue?
Hmm.
There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on what.
Look.
The mask is broken. There's a piece missing. So we had to look for something to trigger it?
But
Is that weird? The statue is probably like super old. It makes sense to be cracking this stuff.
I'm talking.
No, this definitely seemed intentional.
Wait.
Like, it's crappy on purpose? Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it? Well, you know.
What about?
Maybe if we find the piece and place it back on the statue, something would happen. Like a puzzle solving game. You're one pro gamer if you're calling yourself. That sounds kind of far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt to try.
Sounds easy.
You're saying we gotta look around for the other part of the mask? Whee! Hold on to your butts, cause I got the eyes of a predator. But the way I speak, I sound like ree-hee-hee. Sound like that. It sounds like a pig noise.
Whatever.
It isn't a company. Never mind. With that, everyone's starting to search the tree again. Some people inspect the tree itself, while others scoring around it. After what seems like only a few minutes, Grace stood up frantically with something in her hand.
Oi!
Oi, everyone! I found it! Wow, you found it that fast? We got around Grace to see what she was holding.
Nice.
Nice! That must be it. So Mercy, I don't know how you gotta get that. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it back in the mask?
Leave it to me.
Probably. Yeah. I'll take care of it. Man, John, you're something there.
Soybean!
Back off, Hercules! You ain't the one who found it! Grace brought the piece over to the statue and slid it right into the mask. Then, nothing happened.
Fail.
Oh, that was enigmatic. Click. Suddenly the ground we were standing to begin to shake.
golly.
Oh, golly!
Oh, shit!
Are we about to die? No, something might happen. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, nice animation there, but wow. Of course it is. The tree. What?
Yo!
Yeah, I was right. The one in the tree got opened up. Not that we had to go in there.
Whoa!
That actually worked? An effing secret passageway in the tree. I never thought I'd see that. No kidding. The Tree of Knowledge, a symbol of sentence, intuition, and understanding exists here only as a bare replica. Tree of ignorance emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance often aspires to be seen as wisdom.
Game over, man! Game
Oh
over!
god, no, he's spelling random philosophy! We're so will this take us in the elevator?
What about
There's stairs at the foot.
question mark?
What was that, Cassidy? Is this a ... question mark? What would you say that, Cassidy? There's stairs at the foot of the opening.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? Let's explore!
If I may ask.
Why the sudden rush? I mean, that's why we have to go, don't we?
Duh.
I wanna go get home, duh!
Elementary, my dear.
If we get this over with, we got quicker. It's simple math.
Sure.
Fair enough. So just walked in, do we? One by one, we approached the opening of the tree. I mean, it's not lit the elevator, is it? This it descend into the darkness. This is the elevator! Oh god, not out onto something. But even though the street's a bit small, but I'm not sure how they're able to pull this one off exactly. But yeah, that's almost exactly like the Danganronpa series I know of. And now we're going deeper below to whatever it is. I see. The elevator is underneath the tree. Reckless investments, I'm telling you. With a rumble, the elevator began descending. We stood in silence, 16 warrior strangers plummeting into the unknown. Yeah, I got to know there was like 16 of us. That's what we were after all. Then the people drawn into this horrible place. For what? Some twisted man's game? A fake crime scene, investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator in the tree. None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger. And in no way could it be connected to Eden's Garden Academy. I mean, that's what it is. The elevator began to slow, snap at me out of my thoughts. I stood up tall and would move and stomp completely. The doors open. Well, good to see. Oh wow, that's a one big class trial I see. That'll be good much, I see. In front of us was a large, circular hall supported by a marble pillars. In the center of the room, 60 podiums had been arranged into the circle. Were those for us? Welcome everyone! I hope you enjoyed the elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. As you can see, this is the trial room. Are you coming in as well? Happy or not? Each podium has a name on it. Find your designated podium and stand there until I get out further investigations.
However,
If we don't comply, then I'll zap you, of course. Of course.
Back off.
Not this effing ass again!
Mess.
Just face it, Miss Madison. We had to go along with this demand. Looks like there's a few smart ones in the pack, eh? Well, come along now. We don't have all day. There's no avoiding it. We have to assume our place. Oh, nice. It's like one of the circular things of like all the students remain there, I say. Scanning the faces around me, everyone wore a similar expression. Discomfort, angry, worried. It didn't end. We've been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some inane game. I get the feeling you spelled insane wrong there. No free will, no choice in our actions. All we could do was move forward. We had to hope for an escape. A way to run from those twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Well, there comes a save point there, I see. So I got the usual there. Okay, well, we got this class, the core preparation. And we can also view the trinkets. I'm not sure why they call it trinket there. You can use to check on the truth bullets there. There's only like 5 bullets there. Like the tablet, the bloody knife, the assault rifle, the bucket, and the victim's hand. Not much, but I have the details at one point there. And also, I'm more curious to know is, if they're going to make some changes to if the chapter 1 comes up, probably have something like a skill or something like that. I have no idea. So anyway, let's start the class trial then. Class trial in session. I kinda like this transition there. I really love it. I so really love this. This is one thing for sure I really like the most.
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial.
Man, that's really something. That's nice details and everything. Even the UI thing.
The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim.
What believe happened to the victim? Not like who done it?
Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out.
Is there like get a right answer or get a wrong answer, is there?
That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody.
Somebody, get me out of here.
Grace, just calm down. We just barely got things started already.
If this is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
I mean, I know you may be a lawyer on this, so you know how about this though. Detailed cases 1 point there.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here,
Great,
get me out of
just
here,
calm down there.
Get me out of here, get me out of here! Ah! Somebody get me out of here!
Jeez, someone went down already. And she got zapped. Great. And she died. Not technically dead already. She got dying from shock.
What happened to her? Oh, shit! They fried her brain!
And not technically.
Calm down, it's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain dead bigger, I'd just turn on the telly.
This doesn't make any sense.
On that note, please, carry on.
Holy yes. The people running this thing aren't playing around.
As you were saying, Wolfgang?
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this
By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing?
Really?
I'm just gonna be an onlooker. It's only fair.
Really? Now you became like a coward there.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
Yeah, who murdered that dummy chick, right?
No, it's not who murdered it. It's more likely we have to figure out what happened to the victim. There are not like... This is like from the past one. I don't think there's more point like we're all there or something.
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Did that tablet not explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
Probably because it's so obvious.
But, Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
Yeah, you didn't even investigate clearly.
And I don't have to.
Wow. Some help you were.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
She's still paralyzed. I don't know if she got like a speak for or something. These guys are clearly confused. I need to stop them before they arrive at the wrong conclusion. Oh god, did you hear that? That's the sound of non-stop debate approaching. Oh yes, this is my favorite kind. During non-stop debates, your classmates will speak on one after another without interpretation. Okay, so we got some weak point there what the yellow one is supposed to be. Then the truth enders, true bullets, and then so also have a gauge and focus on them, right? And there's a bottom for time. View true bullets is F1, and 50 for controls. Q for circle, and shift for fast forward. Concentration for space. And silencer is left mouse, which is more likely, it's like take care of the white noise. I'm not sure there would be white noise at one point there, I had a feeling it would not. Then circle bullets for on the middle mouse there. And also shoot might be enemy for the bullet there. for the truth bullet there, so, okay. So, fast forward is for concentration, which slows down. Shift for fast forward, like rewind. So all we had to do was just shoot down a bit, so, okay. Students may say things that contradict the truth. And it's your turn to determine which statement must be broken in order to progress the trial. For your ammo, you have to arm with the truth bullets you gather during the investigation. Truth bullets are relevant to the debate, will be loaded into your truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim your reticle and press the right key to fire, which it already did, shown. You want to aim for the word highlighted in gold. Those are the weak spots. A lie or a contradiction may be hiding within the weak spot. Carefully compare your classmate's statement to the evidence you have gathered, and use the correct truth bullet to destroy relevant weak spot. If things are flying by too fast, use spacebar to concentrate. This will temporarily slow down time. Speaking of time, be sure not to run out of it. There's an automatic game over. That's automatic game over. Like, don't take it too long if something happens. Not that someone of your caliber would ever fail. Anyway, press F3 to revisit these controls whenever you wish. That's all for now. Don't jump too many conclusions. Oh gosh, changed in right now, huh? Alright then. Assault rifle and bloody knife.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Can't use left click
Is
there.
that true? Objection! It's obvious
Really?
what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was pretty bloody.
Man, I kinda
And
like
what
this
could
new
have spilled
picture.
that blood? Besides that big, scary gun.
No.
No, that's wrong!
Heh, like it. Cassie, you didn't even realize, she was died by stab wound.
Cassie, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Yeah, how can you seriously believe that she would die from using a gun? Did you realize there was a stab wound involved? Also, the guns, it's still loaded. It was never been used.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
Alright, then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That's easy. It wasn't.
Really?
Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity.
If it was used, then where's the bullets?
Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
Why are you bringing me into this?
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso. If the gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds, but there would be shell casings from the fired bullets. We saw neither at the crime scene.
Yeah, that's one thing for sure. That it's possible there was being around any bullets around here.
Details. If the gun didn't do that, chicken, what was the actual murder weapon?
It's simple. It's the knife, because it's all bloody there. The actual murder weapon? That's obvious. What was the actual murder weapon? I got the second door, ladder, the knife, the bucket. It was a knife.
I got it.
Okay, nice though. It's kind of like how,
Bloody
like,
knife.
how
It's
to
just
be
so blatantly
something.
obvious. It was literally right next to the victim's body.
It's already obvious. I know how the details go. So like, by look at the body, sometimes I forget much. But sometimes like, really, are you really that stupid?
Why so Cam's razor gotta ruin everything?
What the Ken's razor? What the heck is a Ken's razor is exactly? Is that a reference I know you're normal?
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene, but only the knife was used.
Kind of weird choosing the inferior weapon.
Nothing beats the sting of a sharpened blade.
Really? Really, Ingrid?
If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Is it stupid enough? I don't think there's an assault rifle key in the janitor's closet.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
Man, I don't know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Oh no. Everyone's starting to yell.
I mean, that's the whole purpose it is, exactly. The debate's getting out of control fast. I need to say something. Why are you so angry like this? Okay, now I'm done debate now. can we talk about exactly? Tablet, assault rifle, victim's hand.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife
Oh, there's a blue
were next
thing
to the
there.
victim's body.
But never mentioned
Yet
about
they
a grip
opted
it there.
for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work. These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, they did.
Watch it be for the aesthetic.
I don't get what you mean. The easy to assume the killer was the one holding the gun, but considering details of victim's death, I'm inclined to think otherwise.
These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
Is it the tablet then?
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the
This one?
No, that's wrong!
Really? How does that work exactly? I'm just guessing it.
Stop that thought right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
What? You think the killer was unarmed?
No, they were definitely armed. With the knife. The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
But then, who did?
Easy. The victim.
Really? But one thing, why? If that gun really belonged to the victim, then what was the point of bringing her in the first place?
Whoa, the dummy had the gun?
If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
But that's one thing for sure. Why she have her bring their own rifle in the first place?
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Oh, I guess that makes some sense.
I had no idea that's how it works.
Complete sense.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Aren't you overlooking something?
Huh?
The victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer coming, correct?
Yes.
If so, why didn't she shoot them?
A stealth attack! I bet the killer memorized her AI movements.
Really? You think she's a robot?
That girl must have been killed before she had the chance to defend herself.
That's not technically true. There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
Oh. The one in the hand? Specifically, in that show, the victim attempted to fight back. Well, it's a hand, right? They have dry blood with it.
This is it. We found dry blood under the victim's fingernails, which implies she was clawing at her attacker.
Huh. Maybe she's trying to grab the killer then? But even though, maybe at one point, like, something surprised out of nowhere, and then the killer just keeps stabbing her until she did.
Of course, no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer, but I'm confident this is what happened.
Why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
Did something get in the way of her using it?
Wonder if that killer stole it from her.
She should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
That's where the fight happened, right?
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
Maybe the fight started in the hallway, and after it ended, her body was dragged into the closet.
No. If there was a fight on the hallway, they would have blood all over it. Plus, there are no drag marks. She died inside in the closet.
If that happened, shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor? Or in the hallway?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Drag marks? Can't say I saw any.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
Toshiko, I know that you're so very nervous and everything. I know you're trying your best and all, but you're still scared and all this. You never tried investigating yourself.
Instead of dragging the victim, what if the killer carried her?
But that would also mean that killer have her own blood on it.
I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in
blood? Aye. It should have gotten everywhere.
Yeah.
Those wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
Oh, Eloise, I know you tried your best in all this. Don't be so disappointed.
Moving on. That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
If she wanted to, she could have just, you know.
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
There must be something we're missing. Something that explains how the victim was overpowered. And I know I'm the only one who can figure it out. Alright. I'll talk about agree points. Okay, now you talk about blue thing to mention this. So we have to point it out to like who has agreed with. During the last non-stop debate, you would have noticed that some phrases were blue. Yeah, I know this. You never mentioned that one point there. Bet you weren't expecting that, huh? Those phrases are called agree points. They are the counterpart to weak spots. As the name would suggest, if the agree point aligns with the evidence you gathered, you can use the truth bullets to prove it correct. Simply aim your reticle at it as you would with the weak spot and shoot. If you're pursuing the truth, you must be prepared to collaborate your classmate testimonies. When it would be wise to do so, it's for you to figure out. Good luck. Did I mention there's something about bleach? The tablet said it has something like chemical, I think. So is it gonna put tablet in?
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hands.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
Man, the worst is got something really saying. Like it's not like saying they're like VD.
Why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe it. Yeah! There it goes. Yeah, it has something chemical on it. Was it? Is there something on her eyes?
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on. According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes.
Yeah.
That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her.
Yeah, that was thinking for sure. It is something about there's something chemical in the face.
Also, inside the janitor's closet, there was a large empty bottle of bleach. That's probably the chemical that caused the burns.
Blinded? With bleach? That's horrible.
Yep.
All that pain, yet she still managed to fight back?
She sure put up a struggle. Without a gun, I guess the next best thing was her hands.
So the killer was definitely the one who blinded her.
Indeed. Knowing she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous. Then, when he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
Until eventually dying from her wounds.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
I mean, it has to go being the killer.
The past is in the past, and we can't change that. All we can do is solve her untimely death, eh?
I mean, by the sounds of it, we've already figured it out, right?
I mean, that's all solved, right?
No, not yet.
Seriously?
But we've already discussed so much!
We know she was armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far. Because of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
I mean, I know the fact that you may be a lawyer, notice. You truly fight for justice, notice.
This was never about the dummy.
However, we should think of this case like an equation. Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
What?
As in, the motive?
But one thing for sure. Why the killer would do something like this? Like, why was she trying to kill her exactly?
You're on the right track.
You speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name.
Well, I'm not sure this will exist.
What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
Not every answer will be written down for you. Sometimes actions speak louder than...
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, God.
The phone!
Oh, hey, Grace. Finally snap you out. How long did it take for you to snap back in?
Grace?
Whoa, what? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Yeah, she's been mostly paralyzed for almost like 20 minutes.
Right now, Soybean. Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire.
Huh?
I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision, 'cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
What is that supposed to mean?
An elephant in the room?
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl. She had a gun, it makes total sense. Problem is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
It must be the bucket. The killer must be you pour the bleach on the bucket and then splash on in the face or something?
I sort of assumed he spilled it on the victim.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
But the bottle will be around here, but there are no bottles around the ground.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. But I doubt the bottle itself was involved in the murder. When we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back of the closet. The gun and knife were just thrown on the floor. So it's weird this weapon was handled so differently.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Sure, before the actual murder took place, I'd say.
It got
And what
the
is
bucket.
this something else?
It's the bucket. Just calm down, Grace.
Go on. Explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
Jeez, you want to get to be so offended, Grace. She's really stubborn about this. But I get the point. She's trying to make. Before we move on from the subject, we need to make sure its logic is completely sound. Alright then. Let's put out this fire. I mean, I gotta figure out it. It's got to be the bucket. Let's just put the bleach on the bucket and dump out it. Like that.
Well, if the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
Into another bottle?
What about a container?
Oh, wait it up! Ah, dang
There were
it.
a bunch in the closet.
God dang
I
it.
bet the killer had a
I'm trying to
secret
shot
water gun.
Ingrid one.
So when the victim came in,
Really?
pow! He squirted her in the eyes.
Really?
Hey! The ink vanishes when the battle's over.
Call the fire brigade, Grace.
Nice. To inflict those chemical burns, the killer uses something but what? Oh,
I got
jeez. I'd rather shot the container point. Like, there was a bucket. I would figure out already. Like, you mentioned that how to use bleach. It's simple. Use the bucket.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket. Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning? I doubt it.
Yo, that makes sense.
I mean, figuring out already.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the victim's eyes?
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
Really?
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
It's a good question. How is the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemical into the victim's eyes? Especially without her knowing. There must be some kind of clue missing there. Dig, Diamond, think.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns. However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
Burns to the scalp? How does that work? Unless those chemicals came from above?
Above? Yes, that's right. Above.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air? Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which, well, could mean anything.
Was the killer hiding above the door frame?
I had a feeling not.
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they couldn't have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Unless you take into account the size difference. The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
Oh. Did it just, like, put the bucket on top of the door? I think.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
The killer wants two things. For the bucket to be above the victim, and for it to spill on her when she entered the room. In other words, he demands the bucket. But on what? is a door, was it? Nothing, step ladder, door, knife. The door.
I got it.
Yep, no doubt. He just... The killer put the bucket on the top of the door.
But I've got it. The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Of course, the old classic does.
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
That is a possibility, yes.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach that high?
It's simple. It's a stepladder.
Unless they were abnormally tall, it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door.
Hey, well, no. I know there's an identification a lot. No, for sure, the fact is, I'm pretty sure where they're connected to.
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion. How did the killer set up this trap?
To balance that bucket on the door, the killer would need to be pretty high. Was there anything at the crime scene they could have used as a boost? If I can answer that, it'll add further credibility to my theory. Spot selection. Simple. It's the ladder.
This is it.
I like the spot selection there. They're trying
There
to
was a
point out which
stepladder
one.
hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that. After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on top of the door.
They're explaining why does a stepladder look like this. Probably because they've been set by the killer.
Figures.
My precious stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
When did it be your stepladder? It's never yours to begin with.
Match point. Occam's razor.
Again, what is Occam's razor?
Yes, it appears our killer didn't care much for subtlety. No matter how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
It was the only knick-knack of its kind, too. If there's something else that killer could have used, it's escaping me.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far. But I'm not done yet. I still have one last question for you, apes.
Jeez, Grace, you still got a lot more to your sleeves.
Please just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
Hey, don't be like that. Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
I had to agree. They must have been hiding somewhere, waiting for her to arrive. Probably like when she opened the door, it didn't rush towards her. I mean, that's what stuff right in front of it. Somewhere nearby, I assume. Give me insert. Where was the killer hiding? Outside the janitor closet, on top of the door frame, behind the door, in the back of the janitor closet. It was back of it.
I got it.
Not sure which back referring to.
I've got it. The killer was hiding in the back of the closet. If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance,
nice diagram.
there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim. I say diagonal because that's the only way he can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
Yep.
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
Even if it's all fake, I feel really bad for this victim.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
Huh?
Well, technically she is, but let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun.
Yeah.
She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
Yeah, that makes it one question still have unanswered. Why was she carrying the assault rifle exactly in the first place? Is she trying to, hurt someone or something?
That's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder. Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
You're emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse. 28 stab wounds!
There idiot!
No girl, no person should ever suffer
Oh
Kara's
man,
fate.
there it is. There's one of the quote. 28 stab wounds. I think it became like a Detroit thing. I'm not sure I can play at my point.
Wait, who's Kara?
It was the victim's name! Didn't anyone read the tablet?
Jeez, Wilkin, calm down there.
I agree with you, dude, but you don't have to shout out your point.
Oi, what's all this about? We figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
No. We're not finished here.
Oh jeez, Wilkin, you're being some tense up.
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion? This isn't about efficiency, this is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
Oh jeez, Wilkin, getting so tensed up.
What the hell?
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing that, right?
Well, what was the motive? Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
Maybe the gun freaked him out.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous. Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse?
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
How are you even know about that?
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense. No matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud, you seem a little pressed.
Silence! I won't allow this!
Oh jeez, Wilkin, calm down there, buddy. Wow, things are getting emotional. That says not said to be pathos. What's a new sound there? Hold E to absorb. Really? This one's like take one of the worst statements from it. Okay, I did that. While you only been using logical argument to further the trial so far, now might be a good time to change your approach. Introducing the pathos mechanic. Really? Never heard that called pathos. During non-stop debate, the emotionally charged commentary of your classmates will appear as purple text. These comments are called pathos statements. That purple text, usually they're like almost pinkish as a white noise, but pathos statements? That'd be something. You can absorb these pathos statements by hovering over them with your reticle and pressing E or LT. I'm not sure if it's a control one point. A pathos statement will then be loaded into your truth cylinder. Find a waypoint that is directly contradicted by the pathos statement and fire. If there is successful, you will make a powerful emotional argument to counteract your opponents. Like, it's a very important to use pathos. Oh god, this is really one challenge at one point. Stay on the lookout for the pathos statements. While you'll always be able to advance the trial using pure logic, emotional arguments can lead to some unique conversation. So it doesn't really matter when you use pathos or using the truth bullet to contradict it. Well, I want to see how to use pathos stuff works. Let's see how they play out then.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Oh boy.
Take a chill pill, man.
Starting to freak out there.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions.
Oh boy.
About the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
Oh jeez.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you if you have no proof.
Glorious
So
intuition?
says the ultimate liar.
Okay, do I have to use Eva's statement there? Was the murder justified, or was it truly unforgivable? I feel like I have an obligation to find the truth. Okay. I guess I had to put Eva's statement then. There was no reason or something?
Do that. There's no
No! Oh god.
If you have
Dang it! I messed up.
Liar.
I messed up big. Dang it.
There's no
Damn!
trust you.
No, that's wrong!
Paint just counter! Wow, my gosh. That took you a long time to get through this. Oh my gosh.
Expertise shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
Say what?
Wolfgang has spent his life in the courtroom and on the crime scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine. He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before. If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust in talent.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
I get that something might be changed up a bit.
Yeah, Wolfgang's clearly trying his best for us.
Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy!
Really? Why get a nickname for that?
Hey! If it means going home, then new guy's convinced me.
Right on! Team Wolfgang all the way!
Thank you all for your support.
That's kinda nice.
Well, Eva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not worth pursuing.
Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're Disembodied Voice! We figured out your stupid case! Now let us leave!
Really? Yeah, you been sleeping this whole time there, buddy? Dude, really?
Oh, you're finally done.
What the? You didn't barely hurt anything!
In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
Wow, that's really wow.
What? We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span.
Screw you.
So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice.
Practice?
Fine. I'll do as you ask. I'll present the truth.
We'll present the truth together.
I'm gonna do a closing argument.
Let's dig into it.
It's time to bring this trial to an end. Time for the closing argument. Of course, my favorite kind. So we have to point out to where it goes, was it? QA switch pages, navigate stock panels, and select and deselect stock panels. Go to each center panel with left click there. But okay. Can I still like move around with my mouse or something? During closing argument, you must summarize the case from the start to finish. Naturally, your medium will be a comic book, like usually. Since the class has a relatively good understanding of the case, some parts of this comic are already complete. But it seems your peers gloss over the smaller details, judging by those gaps in the story. To fill these gaps, you have to provide a collection of stock panels. And just like saying it like on the V3 thing, use WASD to navigate your stock and present the space bar to select the panel. Hover your mouse over the relevant gaps, press the left key to insert the panel. Key. That's good enough it is. If you wish to do your selection, simply press the space again. Don't forget the Q and E to those are how you flip pages. By the way, gaps will reveal a hint if you hover over them. If you ever need to revisit this information, the control panel is only one after a key away. Now stand up straight to fix that tie. We got a case to close. And I'm wasting time, but okay. Okay, so I do this. Okay, that's how you use it. How was the trap triggered? Wow, that's how stuff goes. In the janitor's closet. Oh god, this is really hard to use it. Is it this one? Okay, press space to insert it. That's really hard to pull this off. And this one says solve more of it, so going to step ladder. Kill hide here. Okay, it's time to unlock it. Assault rifle. What the K is this. I had to press the spacebar to select. That's really hard to make this do. Clawing the killer's neck, so this one. But there's only a short pages, so last one. There it goes.
I got it.
You should say this is the truth of this case, but it's fine.
The victim was Kara Koshkinen, the ultimate teacher's aide.
Oh boy, I like this music though.
Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle.
Yeah, wandering. That's what we're believing.
That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest.
Oh, Ingrid speaking as well. Usually it's supposed to be one protagonist is supposed to be like say something about this closing argument, but I guess everyone's gonna join in as well.
He slid inside that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
But to do that, they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise. The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the doorframe.
Which I especially am not sure how you're able to pull that one off to balance it out.
They carefully placed the bucket.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival.
Oh.
The killer could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
That's surprising enough for this. Boom!
And, the bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Youch!
Yep. That's when an counterattack happens.
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails. However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
Man, I kinda like this closing argument. This is really impressive.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten. That is the truth behind this case. Well, are you satisfied?
Well, that's a really nice touch of it.
A measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself.
What? What do you mean by that? This is only like short bits of it.
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out already!
That is what I promised, isn't it?
Yes, you did.
Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it.
Oh, so you decided to come out then?
However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while?
Why don't you show you something already?
Yes. Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face.
Face to face?
What was that all about?
Everybody, look over there!
Is it coming? I'm pretty sure he's gonna reveal himself. There it is! So you now decide to reveal yourself now.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants! The walls have finally crumbled.
That's already scary.
What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Serve it? Or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Does this almost sound like what Junko was saying? How bad, like, the loyalty personality things there? Like, will you join this peasants? Or something like that, but okay.
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
This person. His voice.
Are you the speaker guy?
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that.
Why are you right now? I mean the fact that you are a part of the puppet, like, as a game master.
Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
Okay, Tozu, that is your name. So there you have it. He's considered himself as a host. Not a mask or anything, just only a person wearing a mask. Killing Game? Yep. Last shot and... Man, this last shot's been almost been short. Well, a little bit, so...
Well done.
Or you can call me Tozu for short.
Hey.
Hey, what do you mean, Killing Game?
The show must go on.
Do you really think the story would end once we reach the climax of the case? Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning.
That's...
Of what?
Why the long face?
Isn't obvious. You, my dear subordinates,
my blood is rushing,
are going to kill each other. Oh jeez, the way it looked like that's already tense. That's... like... That's not...
Come on.
That's not funny.
But then...
But you said we could go home and we solve the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I give you peasants that insensitive. It's not my fault you took it the wrong way.
What?
What are you talking about? You lied to us.
Rubbish.
Lie? Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm a fair man, a man sworn to the truth, and if I call correctly... She'll agree with the right answer, you'll be free to leave this place. No one cares, we're done, you'll end the bargain. That's what I promised, isn't it? Oh, I let you leave this room. It's strange, it's just like, this is like one of those images, because you can tell with the mouse clicking thing, not just like, doing a flashback thing at one point, like, you won't let me click, but it just, in one click automatically went there, so. I specifically said you could leave this room, not go home.
You
sneaky son of a bee!
Not okay!
That's... You're full of ass, man! There you go, losing control of your voice. That's how you know you lost the argument. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it confronts with the challenge. He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So when he said this was the Eden's Garden Academy... BS! What am I doing? Believing someone like him? There's no other way around it. He's lying.
Dude!
Hey! When did you tell us about your dumb game sooner? And watch you peasants run away.
Pathetic.
I can't host a game without a contestant.
Please don't.
Please, don't do this.
I just want to go home.
I just want to go home. I want to be with my family. Please, just let me go home.
There's no need to worry.
There's no need to worry, Miss Tallner. Huh. We all civilized here. No one is going to kill simply because they've been ordered to. What's this? A peasant has a rebuttal.
Let's see.
A match between unprepared, unfit players. You could hardly call that a match. In much the same way, this game you propose a killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill?
Nonsense.
Do you seriously think we'll abandon our morale so quickly?
Hey!
Yeah, that's totally right. We're like super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like this.
Indeed.
My heart is terribly soft. Softer than the most delicate piece of mochi. When I see a fly in my room, I catch a poor deer in the jar and return her to nature.
I would never!
My mochi heart would melt otherwise.
I see.
I see. That's your argument, is it?
How interesting.
So, what has you so convinced? What do you mean? What makes you think the people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know anything about them besides their names and ultimate talents?
Pathetic.
If you do, then tell me. Regarding killing, where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if it guarantees their survival? Is where they currently stand on the issue the same as where they're willing to stand? Go on. You have a couple hours to get to know everyone. That's plenty of time to learn their life stories, right? Should I take that as a no? Goodness, what a surprise.
Plot twist.
Not. Really? Really now? You wouldn't be here, all dressed up in the fancy suit, if you were so naive.
Such a spoil sport.
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did? That was your preparation for the killing game.
Get out.
How? All you did was make us play detective.
Plot twist.
And for good reasons. Oh boy. Now I got branch rules. If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in the true class trial. Your objective here is simple. Uncover the culprit if you can. Using evidence you gather during the investigation, you will argue who you believe committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote. If you choose the right person, they alone will be executed and the killing game will continue. However, if you choose the wrong person, the guilty party will be set free and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the rules of the game. Everyone understand?
All of us will be executed? That's not fair.
Isn't this lovely?
Really? I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise.
What's happening?
That's insane. You're treating us like a pig to slaughter.
Such
nonsense! All of you have such chances to survive this game. Do you think the common vulture is so merciful? By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on what kind of person you are. It's just like someone's like saying there in V3, it's not like only 2 people will survive. The killing game will be end. 16 people here. Only 2 will be allowed to survive?
No shot.
2 people. That's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder.
Well done.
I know! That's what makes it so funny. Most of you would die, no matter what. And yet, with every passing trial, you'll cling to life more desperately.
The show must go on.
And that exact mindset is what caused more murder to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of the limits of human compassion?
I have an appetite.
I can't
for
wait to
destruction.
see all of you in action. The madman now continuous inducing laughter was suddenly cut off by a well-timed strike from behind. Who attacked him? Who was it?
I've said it a million
Oh my God.
times, you mangy fucking mutt! I want nothing to do with this stupid game!
Oh jeez, Gracie being up, toes it up there. That was something.
Ow, 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 ow! Stop it!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to reason, I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
Grace drove her fist directly into his fist. She followed with another blow and another. When it looks like she wasn't going to sophisticate until he was dead. I saw it. From nowhere, a tiny red dot appeared Grace's face. No! Grace! Get out of here!
Hey! Stop already! There's a...
But before we could do anything... No! Did someone kill Grace? There was a big gunshot there. The sound of gunshot echoed in the ears. What was that? Grace released the man from her grip. Speechless, she moved her hand to her cheek, which is nicked by the stray bullet. I can tell because there's a blood on her face there. But who was it? Oh jeez! Who the heck was that? Is it one of Tosu's associates? We all look in the direction the shot came from. The shooter stood silently by the pillar, a trail of smoke rising from the mouth of her rifle. Her mask. The design was a panties and a goat. It was clear, but she was working with him. Oh god, it almost feels like, there was like Junko, right? They also have another one. Mukuro was actually as being as a twin sister, if they were related or something or not. But they were working together as our ultimate despair. But okay then. You shot her!
For real?
This is getting out of hand! Now there are two of them!
Everyone slowly backed away from Tosu, suddenly fearful for their lives. What a shocking and unnecessary display of violence!
You think?
You think? I was talking about that Gonfu woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with an enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids trying to jeopardize the killing game, such as by attacking me, she'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans. So more likely, she's a protector from Tozu. That is something.
Pardon me.
Even though she missed her shots? That was just a warning. I assure you, you'll be unwise to further test her sharpshooting abilities.
In any case...
Regardless, I finally have an answer to your previous question. Meh? You asked me if I knew anything about my friends beside their names and talents.
No matter.
Truthfully, I don't. But I'll continue to trust them as if I do. Because they're ultimates. Huh? They are charged with the betterment of society. They prove themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb!
We will not succumb if you trapped us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure practical courtroom procedures. He's right! Grace trying to compose herself. She's clearly shocked by her run-in with death.
Don't test me.
No matter how weird these guys are, they're talented. Do you really think it ultimately will fall for this BS? That's right. My friends and I had too much to live for, and too much to achieve. We won't throw all that away for you killing games.
Don't get it mixed up.
We're all going to escape. We have to. One by one, students raised their voice in solitary with Wolfgang. All of them were so confident in what they were saying, so willing to blindly put their faith in each other. For some reason, it makes me sick. Why would you say that, Diamond?
My.
Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I'm quite familiar with this idea.
Aye.
What kind of captain would I be if I can't even handle a small crew of 15? What is this hopeful feeling of contempt? Why do I feel this way when everyone else seems so hopeful? The voice inside me was answered by another. Why did I say something like that? I really hate this. It almost feels like it became like Nagito or something.
No.
You got it all wrong.
Really, Eva? Really?
The student turned their attention to Eva. surprised by her words.
Ah.
Do you actually believe no one here will try to kill?
Hmm?
You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, instead of resorting to random aid hominem attacks, why don't you explain your reasoning?
It's the truth.
It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with constant praise from the public has ruined our sense of self. If you need examples, just look around the room.
What a joke.
Excuse me?
Look.
In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. The same is probably true here. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, you resort to murder.
Can't you see?
If you continue to convince all these people to trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along? Is it possible you want to make everyone vulnerable? So that it will be easier for you to kill them? That's
enough.
That's enough! Suddenly Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang protectively. Wolfie's done nothing wrong. He's given all of us a vote to confidence. Yeah. It's something we all need.
Please.
So stop trying to turn us against each other. Please. To hope a feeling grows stronger as the other students admonish Eva. It grew stronger and stronger, and you had to say something. Eva's right. Really? Really now? Huh?
No!
Damon! Not you too!
I know.
Look, I get it. You want to make the situation less scary for everyone. But Eva made a good point. All of us have a clear motivation to lead this place, even at the cost of the other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again, or for the sake of our talents.
Don't say that!
No! I will never kill anybody!
That's not it.
Diana, you used to admit you had too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing into the masked man's hand? This whole World Ultimate thing is pretty inane anyways. I'm not sure it's supposed to be insane or something, but I got a feeling it might be a spell around. After meeting all of you, it's clear none of us have the same goals.
Hold on.
What are you insinuating? Don't we all carry the same obligation to improve the world we live in? This question angered me more than anything that had been said before. I could no longer suppress my true feelings.
That's wrong.
Look, the title barely means S nowadays, alright? Most ultimates are just deluded obsessing over some pointless hobby. Their talents don't contribute anything of worth. The only thing they're capable of is leeching off public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. Running a business that feeds millions is pointless?
No.
Some of you are an exception, obviously. But come on, there's no way the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations.
That was very...
Don't you mean rest of us? You're ultimate too?
Yeah, what the heck makes you so special?
I could feel the words worming their way into my soul. Almost feels like they're all starting in Diamond, even though I'm playing as. What makes you so special? I actually achieved many things with my talents. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality.
Yeah.
Better yet, I was the one who got you guys through the trial.
Really?
Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out.
Shrimp?
Yo, I see what's going on. You think you're better than us just because you can see words nobody understands? Well, that kind of stuff is relative. Like, tell me what a dragster is. Do you know?
Watch your step, lest you trip and fall from the unparalleled heights of your vanity.
Not good enough.
I'm disappointed in you. How are you so concerned about making yourself look good when we're in the middle of a dick game?
The hell?
Wait, I wasn't trying to... It was no use. They turned against me. howling obscenity, scolding, or simply shaking their heads. Oh boy, almost said something like something logic or something. Well, everyone started hating him.
Isn't this lovely?
Phew! Do I sense anger, hatred, a quintuple sense of bloodthirst? Well, I'll save that for later. I'm the only person who can spill blood in the courtroom. The elevator will take you back to the killing game arena. We clean up the crime scene and prepare a dorm room for each of you.
Get lost.
Thanks. Now can you get lost?
Good evening.
Okay. Return to his podium with his masked woman trailing closely behind. The bizarre mechanism that brought him into the room, lowering the two of them into the ground and out of sight. Really? Well, that's something.
Hey.
Still, we're not going to kill anyone. Right, guys? No matter what happens, we're all going to make out of here. Okay?
It was only when the madman had left that reality truly began to set in. Yeah. I'm trapped in the killing game, with people who despise me. No feeling. How did this happen? It's just, I just wanted to help. I wanted to make sure we didn't trust each other too easily. And now, I'm being treated like a bad guy. Would these people practice what they preach? Would they really refuse to kill? I can't trust anyone here. For better or worse, it's me versus them. Secure the beginning of the end. The beginning of unfathomable nightmare and unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Well, that's something. And I guess it comes the opening scene, I guess. Yep. Well, I guess that's pretty much it then. Those are very loud there, I see. Man, that side is very impressive though. We should see it on YouTube though. Oh boy. Man, I kinda like an orchestra one though. And the whole style is really impressive. Almost like a beat now. So yeah guys, I get that's all of it. Dude, this is the opening act right now, but that's the end of this part now. Kind of really weird though. These arts are really amazing though. Splash art, what do you call it? Maybe it's not mad, but at least that's something. It's amazing though. Wow, that was amazing. Amazing opening scene there. I appreciate the way it's been open up like on YouTube at one point. They had their own channel as well. Formed by vast stitches and needles. 0 surviving students. Surviving members remain. Oh my god. You can see like there's like all the students remain there. To be continued. But I kinda like that there are so many people there. I'm more curious if something happened if this one chapter comes, like one of them like crosses down or it fades away. But that's really impressive. And there you have it. That's the end of the demo now. Yeah, I gotta tell all this out there. There is Snowy Snowwish, the one who played as Diana. With yep, that's really impressive. We appreciate for all this, like all the hard work y'all been working on this actually. So now we have to just wait. The one thing for sure, when they're going to like make chapter 1 or release at one point. Which I'm not gonna make something very direct or not rushing things and everything. I might be the type of guy who would want to be something very patient enough for this, but sometimes it's just people really like want to see more in the future. But yeah, I really like it though. I kind of like the different mechanics of like in the Clash file, like using those things, it's really tricky in one point. You have to press E to try and hold it. Now instead of using like hold left mouse button to use it like to implant or something, or grab something to make it triple at one point there. So I'm not sure, there might be something something might be changes after the credits, so I might have to stick into it to see how they played out. So yeah, I get that's how it is. It's really impressive how this could have played out. Like hopefully it might be something changes as they're going to make something updates, like if there's gonna be some kind of like some the free time event things that you join, hang out with your classmates. That way you gain some like a bond points or something. So, or more likely, how you able to, or is there some kind of like currencies involved? So it's like you need some kind of like a money, for example. You know, like you gotta buy some like items, so you get to like get this and give it to your classmate, just like any kind of says. I don't know. It all depends on it, like how this is gonna play out exactly. And all the music as well is really amazing as well. That it's sound really impressive. It's like very orchestrated, it's not very maniacal or something, but it was really amazing how this could play it out. That's really amazing. But now I know for sure I don't know what comes next. This is the one thing I found so far, and I mean it's been like already played out for like last year or so, but yeah. I'm not sure how this boss is gonna make this reach so far. Okay, it'll lead me back to the main menu though. There might be changes at one point there, but I guess not. So yeah, that's how it is. And I'm not sure when it's gonna happen. If there's something making new updates, I really wish it maybe comes up this year or something like that. I have no idea. I really wish it maybe comes up very soon or something like that. And also, once again, I would like to thank you to Snowish, who gave me some kind of like a comment thing for like from the first video. Gives like I really appreciative to all the things you've been doing. I would say I'm not sure. I've never seen you before, Snowish, but I really appreciate like watching my videos. Sometimes it's not much, but at least you do, like I really like all the work you've been doing so far. And I really like it being like your voice in Diana there, but I wonder who could be next exactly. If one of the voice actors would comment saying like I'm voice acting that person or something. I really hope I'm not gonna jinx myself. So yeah, that is all for now for Project Eden's Garden. So I'm not sure how far I'm gonna have to like if the chapter 1 gonna come out release somehow at that moment, but we just have to wait and see. If you want to check out the some tire states I did so far, I mean not much, so I can put links in the description for the players so you can check out for yourself. And also, this game is on Game Troll that I found it, so you can play it for yourself. So it's only up to you though, but you gotta have to try it yourself. It's already amazing. So anyway, this is the video. Hit the like button too. Light them up. Yeah, for the videos, go subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.